Thanks, Jennifer and Amy, for being here. And a couple things I think I'd like to address. One is as Jennifer said, the township re-upped the joint committee, and I think one of the things that we need to do is to, and I think we said this when we established this committee, since it's ad hoc, that every year we should re-support the committee formally, and certainly as both a joint committee and a Newtown Borough only committee. And I think the point made about being a liaison with the Planning Commission is a really critical point. One that I know Warren and I had a brief conversation about. I don't know exactly how that will happen, but I think this traffic committee, there's 6 individuals on the joint committee, all very passionate about public safety and pedestrian safety and traffic flow. 2 of whom are traffic engineers who are volunteering their time and knowledge, which is a big asset for both communities to have. So I think from a review standpoint and making sure that this committee is in the loop on new developments and traffic impact studies that are either planned or happening is important. And so there needs to be I think a way to systematize you getting the studies as they develop, and maybe that is through the Planning Commission process, that when the Planning Commission gets something, the Traffic Committee gets something on that order. And last but not least, I think this committee, since it was formed, has done a lot of great things, and I think the Pedestrian Safety Week was one example, but also the plan that was presented last year. A number of those ideas, as Amy rightfully points out, had some momentum and for numerous reasons stopped. I think I hear the committee as liaison, I hear them not wanting to stop, and I support that, because a number of those things, 4-way stops or solutions for the North State and Edgeboro Drive connection are issues that need to be addressed in one way, shape, or form. And I think the committee's going to persevere on that, and it's going to keep our feet to the fire, rightfully so, until we get some action on some of those things. So thanks, but I do think that we should have a motion to continue throughout 2010 on both the joint traffic committee with Newtown Township and the borough-only traffic committee.
Do you want to make that motion?
I think I just did.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on council? This is a
I just
motion.
have one comment about their presentation, if I may. I think we have to recognize we did have a major accomplishment in the borough, and that is
Crosswalks.
crosswalks.
Yes, you did a great
Okay.
job. Thank you. They look terrific.
A lot of time. Again, Scott's all season, rose to the occasion. We got a lot of that done, and that was through your friendly pursuit and pressure on council. So you did accomplish something.
Thank you for doing that, by the way. They look
Good
a lot.
point.
Yeah, not bad. That's true.
Could I add to that? I was going to wait until after the vote, Bob, but since you started the comments. Just 3 quick things. The first is, as liaison to the Planning Commission, I was going to suggest specifically that a representative from the committee be available for Planning Commission meetings where traffic is discussed. I'm thinking specifically of the Stocking Works 2 project, where at the last meeting there was discussion about the traffic issues and specifically the traffic study to be done. So there was a considerable amount of discussion about that, issues, concerns, all towards the design of that study. So I think that's the kind of thing that you folks should get the heads up on and send a representative, not just get a copy. There's nothing like the flavor of the discussion, I think, for purposes of going forward and to understand how what is being done with a site-specific project fits into what you want to do. So I think that's one item. The second is more, I guess, a little editorial, and that is that the promenade traffic discussion that Gerard and I attended with the Board of Supervisors in the township, I think was a disappointment, because the concerns raised by the borough, some of which were from the Joint Committee itself, really weren't treated seriously, and not even to the point of having a 30-day delay for purposes of reviewing concerns. So I think we're all in favor of the joint work going forward, but I think it takes the governing bodies on both sides of the creek, so to speak, to actually listen and to take those to heart when it comes to points in time when there's a project specifically that has tremendous traffic impacts. Just as we were concerned about Promenade, no doubt they will be concerned about Stockburgers. So I think what's good for both of us is to listen to each other. And I think the Joint Traffic Committee had some wonderful suggestions about the Promenade. As I say, unfortunately, they weren't listened to. So I hate to see the good work going forward not yield the best result. So, as I say, I'm editorializing a bit, hopefully for township ears as well, but I think the work's important. And the third thing is something already alluded to with the crosswalks that Bob just mentioned, and that is, could we dust off those goals from last year and perhaps even at the next meeting talk about specifics and what is it we can target as maybe a 1, 2, 3 going forward in 2010, because they were good. And sometimes there's so much going on that that short list even gets lost. And unless we revisit it frequently, I don't think we're going to see the progress we might otherwise. So with it, I think you're doing a great job.
Any other comments by council? Okay, there's a motion on the floor to reaffirm the authority of the ad hoc traffic committee and its involvement in a joint traffic committee with the township. Are there any comments from the public regarding this motion? Okay, if not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.